And we sound like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother.
Yeah, it's on record.
Oh, sweet. It's recording now. Okay. So you know him, you love him. It's my guest, LucifersPushier. Roll the clip. Oh yeah, we can't afford a clip. Not in the budget. So, how's it been?
One day at a time before I go crazy. How about you?
Been fine. It's been fine.
Yeah.
You know, setting up this show, doing streaming. You know, it's going well.
Yeah.
So, where did you grow up?
Grew up in the LA area, you know. Never left Cali.
Yeah, same here, same here.
Yeah.
What got you into cosplay?
Actually Captain America. Wanted to be like Steve Rogers. You know, ever since I saw Winter Soldier, that's what got me into cosplaying. His character development.
That's nice. So, do you buy your products or do you make them?
I mostly buy, and then I eventually start to modify them after, you know, putting it on, testing it out. I'm not really a good crafter, but I'm more like a modifier, I guess.
Yeah, we all have our own craft. Going through the notes here. So, what was your first con?
My first what?
Your first con?
My first con,
Yeah.
LA Comic Con 2016.
2016. I believe I was there too.
Yeah.
There. See, I don't remember what I was. I think I was on the Spider-Punk that year, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it was Spider-Punk. So when the cons start up again, do you have any cosplays that are coming up? Any new ones?
Yeah, you know, maybe I was thinking about doing the Endgame cap, the Avengers from 2012. I was thinking about moving on to maybe some more anime, like maybe like Mystic Gohan or Rory Mustang.
Okay. So you're working on those currently, right?
I've actually have not really been working on anything. I've just been. I mean, I still have to go to work during this pandemic, so it's like it's mostly work,
I get
and
that.
yeah. So slowly I'll get back into it.
Okay, so you've been just working during the pandemic?
Yeah, I've been working in the center of downtown LA, so
Any plans to go to LA Comic Con?
if it actually happens, then yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, it's happening in December.
Hopefully, crossing my finger, you know, for a Christmas miracle.
Christmas Miracle? I was just planning to go in there and get some disease, you know?
Yeah, I guess, you know, we can all just be doctors for
Yeah,
cosplay.
that's true. We can all just wear masks, you know? We're always wearing masks anyway. Perfect, it
Yeah.
works out. Or if we sneeze on a person, they all get sick. It was here.
Yeah.
They came here. Are you thirsty? I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll come back.
You do that.
I actually had no clue you'd be wearing a mask today.
Yeah, you know. What are you having?
Water. Nice and
Water?
refreshing.
Oh, there you go.
Got the pimp cup going. Get one of those for being a pimp. Joined them a while back. Pretty fun group. So you said you might go to Comic-Con if it happens? LA
Yeah, you
Comic-Con.
know, it also depends on what they're doing, you know, like how are they gonna like separate everyone? You know, it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be like a mess.
They're supposed to have only a certain amount of people be let in, but at the same price.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know, but I kind of want to because, you know, I haven't done anything, but at the same time, there's still the pandemic still behind the corner of my mind and drives me insane, but you know,
This is true.
safety yeah, safety first for everyone first.
And you need to stay safe. I mean, but there's a factor. We're just all wearing masks. You could wear a mask, wear nothing else, and then just go to Comic-Con like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Only affects the face.
Mhm.
Anything exciting going on other than work?
Not much. Just watching humanity, you know, go nuts. Some people are cool, you know.
It's like a game show out there.
It is, man. It's like Gotham City, but with no Batman.
Yeah, that's surprising. No Batman has come. Nobody's come to
Yeah.
save the day.
No one's come to save the day.
And we have
How about
Joker
you?
in charge. He
We
won.
do. We do.
Joker very much won the day.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
would have guessed, right?
Who would have guessed?
You've been watching anything good on TV lately?
On TV, no, I actually just started watching Silicon Valley on Hulu, and I just finished John Wick 3.
Oh, how'd you like that?
It was actually fucking awesome, dude. Like the best one out of the three.
Fun fact, did you know that it's based off of my life?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. My wife got killed and they killed my dog, so I had to get some revenge.
I'll make sure to not bring any pencils and shit around you.
Yeah, deadly with those pencils. Let's see, what else do we have? So you're a big Power Ranger fan.
Yeah.
Are you currently watching the new season, Beast Wars?
I've seen bits. I haven't really kept up. My brother's been more up to date, but you know, I heard I think what was it? Austin St. John, the original Red, was involved in one of the recents. So maybe I'll go back and check it out
Yeah,
when I
he
get some
did.
time.
And I recently got this mask. Right there. This one. In space.
That is pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, just got it off on Amazon. Amazon, you get all your best products like these headphones.
Yeah, pretty much Amazon's your internet fridge.
Get these best headphones right there. Best headphones I've ever used. You get a Blue Yeti mic. Really cheap on Amazon. Blue Yeti, call me. Anything else you want to talk about? Get off your mind.
I don't really have too much stuff to talk about. Well, what about you? How's things going for you? I know you're setting up the show. Is it
Yeah, setting
helping
up the
out?
show. You're the first guest. Thank you for that.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So maybe we can do like another one of these at a later date.
But this is my reaction to everything. Put down the cookie.
That is true. I have to put down the cook. Oh, that is Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't it?
It is from Total Recall.
That took me a minute. I didn't even
Yeah,
notice that. That is. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah. So what got you thinking to start the podcast and to start the streaming services or the streaming channel?
You know, everyone's at home, and you need something to do with your So I thought, why not start a stream and start a podcast? Because nobody's doing podcasts with cosplayers. Nobody's
That's
talking
true.
about that craft.
That's true.
Because we are
That's true.
entertainers, and a lot of people do look as celebrities.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to interview that because I've always wanted to do it. I was thinking about a podcast originally, but
Yeah.
that since like we have the whole COVID-19,
Yep.
and we can't really see each other, and we need a space to do a podcast. I feel
Yep.
like doing it through Zoom would be the best.
Yep.
Then you can actually see people's reactions and what happens. Test some things out. And how long have we been going? It's like 450 something.
Is it?
Yeah. What? All right. So you lived in LA all your life. Did you want to move out?
What's up?
I said, did you ever want to move out of LA? Have you ever thinking about moving out?
Yeah, I kind of do. You know, I love California. It does come with this bad stuff, but it's traffic, homeless problems. But there's a good side to Cali where you just got to take the bad side with it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of me wants to move out somewhere else. You know, it's LA is a busy city, and like sometimes when newcomers come in, they don't expect all the stuff that's within the city because it's a tough city.
Yeah, they're
If you
not really
don't
prepared for it.
if you don't adapt to LA or just as much as to New York, it can grind you up and spit you back out.
This is true. I was thinking about moving to Alaska.
Alaska, huh?
Yeah, nobody likes Alaska, so you can move there for a cheap price. Plus, they pay you to live there because everybody
Yeah.
hates Alaska. And
So are the contractors like Eskimos or something, or
I hope so. That would be amazing.
they can build you like a snow slide and a snow clubhouse and
I was thinking about getting the Superman look from the Man of Steel, getting a huge beard going, and then getting the what is he wearing, a beanie, and work on the fish docks.
okay.
See, that would be nice. That's a good job you can do.
Yeah.
Because they're always fishing there. You can do that, and there's 30 days and nights. There's a whole month where it's dark. So you might have vampires that might try to kill you, but other than that, you're good.
Hey, you better pack some garlic and steaks and
perfect.
whatever that superstitions about vampires.
And then you can it's a quick exit to Canada too. You can just hop the border, be on to Canada if you want to. Quick escape.
Yep.
If you feel like not being an American anymore, just hop over the border and bam, you're out of here and into Canada. And then Canada's the best.
Yeah, we'll love to go to Canada.
Oh, you haven't been?
Never been.
Canada is great. On every street corner, they have a weed shop and a coffee shop. It is the best thing. And the homeless problem is not as bad as here.
Yeah.
They just when I was over there, they stood in the bank. That's where they slept.
Yeah.
One of them slept was in a bank, and the other one was under a bridge with like a whole bunch of padding and a bunch of stack of books, like really high. Because when you're homeless, what else to do other than read? Get that education. Get you out of the homelessness.
Hey, homeless people are the most organized people compared to most people these days.
Yeah, they got their shit together other than being homeless.
They got their shit together. Even if the police move them out of the corner, they just come right back,
Yeah, they're pretty efficient. They're like rats or like cockroaches.
Yeah.
You can't really kill them. And so if you had enough money, what would be the cosplay you would build? With endless supplies.
Endless supplies. I definitely do that's tough, man. Let's just say I would like to do a Batman Beyond.
Ooh.
That would be fucking awesome.
There's one thing
there's one thing about the Iron Man suits and the Batman suits. It's just the gadgets. They're kind of intimidating for me. I know there's just tons of cosplayers that pull it off, like they're good at it. But it would definitely be like a Batman Beyond.
And you could do it. That's the question. If you have endless supplies and endless money, what cosplay would you do? So you're saying Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond or Justice Lord's Batman.
Ooh, that's a good
I'm a
one.
big fan of the Justice League, so those guys stick out to me the most.
I think I would have to go with the first Iron suit he built, Spider-Man,
Okay,
the silver one.
okay.
That
So
was pretty dope.
the one from the animated series.
Yeah, the first armor spider suit he built. That one was
Yeah,
stands out. It's really huge. That's a really
yeah.
good one. So you're just working. You're doing a little bit on the cosplay, a little bit. Anything else going on other than that?
Um,
You
I
still
try to
work?
do something besides work. I mean, I try to do little things like build puzzles. Eventually, I want to get back into reading because
Oh,
I haven't read books like so long. Just now, I'm always on the phone. I'm always on the iPad. I'm always
that's
because
true.
most of my work is basically just data data input and packaging and basically just processing packages and logging shit out. So I'm always on like some electronic device one way or the other.
So you're still going to work? Couldn't you do that at home?
Well, I'm also a guard at the door, so
Oh,
I basically keep the bad from coming in, like the homeless
oh, so
or
you are
some.
like a Captain America.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that works out.
yeah.
And is there a lot of traffic during the COVID?
You know what? I've noticed there's less work, but there's two times the activity. Like the building I
Okay.
work at is very active. There's a lot of people who live in it or work from home.
Hmm.
So a lot of them are kind of just running around walls and trying to figure out what to do. And some of them act like there's no pandemic and they're just doing whatever they want. So a
Yeah, it
little privilege
happens.
right there. Yeah.
Some people just go outside and just let the virus get them. Say
Yeah.
fuck it.
Someone got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Just as long as I don't get it, I'm just doing my part wearing the mask at work.
Some believe it doesn't exist at all, but idiots are idiots.
Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe Elon Musk will come out alien by the end of the year.
That would be cool. Maybe he builds his like own Iron Man suit and he just helps everybody out.
Yeah.
So, what was it like growing up in LA? Was it easy for you? Was it hard?
Um, Making friends, yeah, it was definitely hard. It was, I grew up in most places that didn't have a lot of Asians. And yeah, you probably can't see through the Arnold thing, but I'm Asian, so. But you just don't have a lot of Asian friends, so you gotta like do whatever you can to hang with the right group. Um, but we moved around a lot from LA to Diamond Bar, back to LA, back and forth. Now I'm in San Gabriel.
Same here. I
But
moved around a lot too. Um,
yeah,
what school did you go to? What high school
high
in
school, I
LA?
went to Franklin High, and then I transferred over to Gabrielino in San Gabriel.
Oh, yeah, that's like far. I went to
Yeah,
Lusinger, which is like in Lawndale.
yeah,
Yeah, I moved around a lot too.
yep.
Like I was originally by what's that school? That school in like ooh, I forgot what that was called. Fremont High School. I
Mm,
originally lived
okay,
over there.
yeah, I know
It's
what's
like
that.
deep in the hood. And then for middle school, I went to Charles Drew, which is also very deep in the hood. So you went to school over there, and how did you end up becoming a security guard? How did that process come about?
I actually got the job through a friend, because I've worked so
Okay,
many jobs. I got furloughed at my bartending theater job. It's because I don't see movies coming back anytime soon.
this is true.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a tough year if you're in the entertainment industry, film industry, music industry.
Even if you're in the food industry, I got laid off too.
Industry, if they reclose again, who knows? Most restaurants will never come back. So it's a tough time for everybody, but
Yeah, a very tough time.
yeah.
So after, if the movies do come back, do you think about doing your movie job again?
I might, You know, I might. It's just one thing I've noticed within this pandemic is I'm slowly becoming an introverted person again. So when stuff do gradually reopen, I will have to start to do things in baby steps.
Okay.
Because literally large gatherings, like, they scare the shit out of me right now.
This is true. This is very
So
true.
it's like before I was okay with it, but now it's just kind of like I get anxiety with like 10 people in the room, or maybe like I can do like maybe 3 or 4, but when it's like 10 to 10 plus people, I start to sweat and all that.
Yeah, I can see that because you never know who has the COVID, who has the virus, who's going to spread it to you. I
Yeah,
see that.
yeah. So do you know anybody personally that got it, or?
No, I have not heard a single person that I know got it. Not at all.
No, okay. No,
How about
speak
yourself?
last. Yeah, my coworker had it for a while.
Oh,
He described it as a flu that's like on steroids.
yeah, super flu. That's what many
Yeah,
people
super
describe it
flu.
as.
You get chills, you're cold, you're hot, you get everything in between. You lose your appetite. You know, he's over it now. He got it back in probably
Okay,
like March. So
so everything is okay now with him. So he got it
yeah,
in March. Oh, go ahead.
he's cleared to come back to work, so he's all good. But at this point, it's like you don't want to get anyone that's over 60 or expose them to that, which is
Yeah, so old people
what it
killer.
can. Yeah, a lot of shit happening in the world. Babe Ruth.
Yeah, it is a lot of things happening. A lot of celebrities died this year, which is
Yeah,
surprising. Yeah, like a lot of people died, and a lot of things are getting canceled.
yep.
They decided they're putting Mulan on Disney Plus.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah,
I didn't even read that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
they're putting that on Disney Plus, and it looks like Black Widow might be doing the same because they can't release Black Widow,
Yeah,
so that might be doing the
I
same.
mean, shoot, I discontinued my Disney Plus just because there was no new content for a while. So maybe I have to sign up again.
I don't know when they're. I discontinued mine, but just a few days ago. I don't know when they're gonna do Milan. But they said
Yeah,
when the release date happens, they're going to put it on Disney
yeah,
Plus,
okay.
and they're supposed to be releasing a bunch of other stuff too. Which I
Yeah,
imagine
I'm
that
still
every.
waiting.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Marvel TV stuff. Sam Wilson and the Winter Soldier,
When is that
Falcon
getting
and Winter
released?
Soldier. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for Loki, WandaVision. So there's some stuff to look forward to. We just don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, I feel like that was been like 2 years ago, but it hasn't. Like a year ago since they announced that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
the
they
bright
need.
side is Mandalorian's supposed to come out this fall.
Oh, it is. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I wasn't aware of that. So there's Mandalorian. There's all the Marvel shows. Which one are you most excited for?
Since I'm a big Cap fan, I gotta be, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I just
Okay,
want to
yeah,
see how Sam Wilson, integrates into the new Cap, because I'm actually excited to see his character become Cap more than Bucky.
yeah, that is interesting because Steve Rogers, he's pretty much the master of geometry, being able to
Yep.
throw the shield and hit it back, and then calculate it when it's coming back to him.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how Falcon's gonna do that. Does he have the same mathematical skills?
Yeah, we'll see. I think in many ways he could be a better Cap. He has flight on his side. He has, aerial vision. So
This is true.
we'll see a more dynamic Cap. You know.
And he's got like a bunch of gadgets at his side.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Their dynamic. I think I'm most excited for is WandaVision. So that's going to have to do with the multiverse. That's
that's
going to be
true.
very exciting. And they're going to bring back Vision, which I want to see how they're going to bring back Vision.
Yeah.
He died pretty brutally in that movie, in Infinity War. He died pretty brutally, and they're supposed to be bringing him back. So I want to see how that goes. I'm pretty excited for the Loki show because that's going to deal with time travel and stuff too, and I want to see how that affects the greater DC MCU. Oh, you can do the things with your eyebrows like The Rock can. They can go up
Yeah,
like that. Oh, that's interesting. How'd you learn to do that?
it's just natural, you know. I'm not the people's champ, but you know, but I'll always watch The Rock, you know, back in the day.
I can't do it.
Huh?
Not happening.
Can you roll your tongue?
No, no,
Me neither can
not
I.
happening.
Can you snap your finger?
Oh yeah, I could snap my finger like that. That works.
Okay, well,
Doop, doop, doop,
some
doop,
people
doop.
can't snap their fingers, so
How is that a thing? How can you not snap your fingers?
it's weird. I know
Like,
people who
your
can't snap their
fingers
fingers.
together. It's like saying people who can't whistle. It's like a
That too. That too. There's some people who can't whistle.
that's a kind of easy thing to do. Whistle. To do the one with the hands is pretty hard, but
Yeah, I
like
can't do that. So
that one's hard. But whistling just normal. In general, it's not that hard. Um, so you have a dog. What type of dog do you have?
I have a Papillon mix. He's I don't really know what's the other mix. He's just a Papillon mix, from what I know.
I have a red slider, and she's right here.
Oh yeah,
Red slider, right there,
there you go.
just swimming around.
Yeah, those things live for a long time.
Yeah, they live for like 60 maybe longer
Yeah,
than that. They live for a very long time. And she's just a teen right now.
yeah, they live for a long time. They're low maintenance, which is pretty cool to have around.
Yeah, and there's like virtually almost no way to kill them unless you give them something poisonous or you drop them. That's pretty much the only way they're going down. They're very durable.
Yeah,
Her tank's been completely black at one point, and she still survived. So very durable pets. Any movies that you're excited about that are coming out? Like
man, movies.
there's a bunch of movies that got announced but never came out. Like, is there preference on any movie?
I was actually excited for No Time to Die. Um,
Oh yeah.
I'm actually, you know, pretty stoked to see Bill and Ted come back. You know, maybe it won't be popular with some of the crowd, but it's nice to see some nostalgia on
When
the
is
screen
that
again. You
coming
know,
out?
who knows? Maybe they'll release it to direct to
Yeah,
but
they
it was
could do
supposed to come
that
out this summer. Yeah,
this summer.
yeah,
That
it was
means it
supposed to come
should
out
be
this
coming
summer.
out soon.
Yeah,
They're gonna
so
release it,
yeah, so
and then Morbius was already supposed to come out too. Morbius and a bunch
yeah,
of other movies. I
yeah,
wonder what they're gonna do with that because they don't really have a platform that they can bring it out to.
you know they don't.
Yeah, Sony doesn't have a platform. Maybe they will release it on Disney Plus because they're associated with Disney. That might be a thing
True.
they can do. That might be interesting to see. They could do that. And Spider-Man's supposed to be in the Morbius movie because they did have him in
Ah,
the background. And they're supposed to have another Spider-Man movie released too, and that's not really possible because
well, they're still supposed to be Into the Spider Verse, right? Or is that next year? The
that's
sequel to that.
next year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Which I get you can work on that because you're just in a room. You just have
Yeah.
to work on the computer. Yeah, they should still be able to release that one on time. And what else? There's like a bunch of movies that were supposed to come out. Black Widow that never got released.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them with all these pandemics going on. They are doing movies though. They're doing drive-throughs. That's making a resurgence.
Yeah.
Drive-throughs, and then you just stay in your car, and then you can't really infect anybody. And they're doing what is it? Concerts in bubbles now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's in bubbles. Those mosh pits must be insane. I actually want to go to one of those. And yeah, so this world, I believe, is just gonna move around the virus. You're gonna adapt to it and keep going.
Yeah.
Like everything's pretty much adapting. Like they're still reopening stuff, and people are just wearing masks and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty easy to see how this is going to go. Actually, don't know how long we've been recording. I should have put a timer on. I'm gonna do that right now. Put a timer on to see Oh, that works. Yeah, let's see. What is it? If you could pick any pet in the world, which pet would you have?
Any pet?
Yeah, any pet, any animal that you could train and have as your pet. Which
Oh
animal
man.
would you pick?
I mean, I always wanted a shark.
A shark. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know if you can train those things. Those things are apex predator.
they don't really attack humans though.
They're not. That's the thing. A lot of people think they do, but they. It's just you're swimming in the ocean, and what do you expect? You're swimming with other animals,
Yeah, you're
and you're
swimming,
like
and
a
then
float.
you're on
You're
like
like
a
a float.
surfboard, and you look all like
Yeah,
tasty.
you're like a floating seal to them.
Yeah, that's a good
So
choice. I think I'd pick like a llama because you can ride a
okay,
llama. You can use that as transportation.
yeah,
So speaking of animals, what is your spirit animal? You think?
my spirit. Hmm. I don't know. What vibes do you think I give off? What kind of animal?
I'm not very sure. Maybe turtle.
Okay.
Cause you're a little like shy and timid at times.
All right,
Yeah, maybe like a turtle.
that's fair.
I don't know what vibes I get off. Maybe like a dog or something because I'm very loyal.
All right, cool, cool.
I
That's
think
some
that
good
fits me.
values. They're good traits, you know.
Yeah. Um, favorite movies.
Favorite movies?
Yeah, favorite movies. Let's get to know you a little bit better. What are your favorite movies?
Favorite movies. Let's see.
Any genre. You just go with any
Any
genre.
genre. Okay. Superbad's one of them.
Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
movie. I have that one.
yeah, Superbad's one of them. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Ooh, also a good one.
Um, if you're talking about like maybe serious movies, I'm a fan of some of Clint Eastwood's movies, not all of them. The
That's a
Mission
good movie
Impossible
too.
movies are one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
The top five, I think I would have to go with Seven Psychopaths. That's an
okay,
all-time classic. Um, Into the Spider-Verse. That was really good. Evil Dead, the first one. That was a really good
okay,
movie. Classic.
yeah,
I can watch that all the time. And Back to the Future. That's another movie I can just watch all the time.
that's right. I forgot. I was like, I wasn't diving all the way back to the '80s. I was just like stuck in maybe like the 2000s for some reason. That's all
Yeah,
I've been watching is movies from like the 2000s lately.
like Back to the
But yeah,
Future,
yeah,
I can watch anytime. I can watch all three. Like people don't
okay,
like the one with the third one when they went into the West, but that was
yeah,
dope. You got to think about how ambitious he was. He built a train from the Western and made it into a time machine. That's ambitious shit right there.
yeah.
Like no one else has done something on that type of level, on that scale, which is great. So with all the post-apocalyptic movies, which one do you think is going to come true?
Post-apocalyptic movie. I would see Mad Max coming more than a zombie apocalypse because I feel like uh, post-apocalyptic with pandemic, people are gonna die. They're not gonna get reanimated. I would see us going crazy and heading towards that Mad Max kind of route where we have factions and
I can see that. I was thinking more of like Akira style, like some really bad stuff happens, and then we're on the other side of that, and we have like a bunch of technology and get all cyberpunkish.
yeah,
Start like gangs and just like start terrorizing.
hey,
I
it's
was
a
thinking,
fucking possibility.
we're
It's a
probably gonna
poss-
go that route.
It depends which scientists you put on board to start the work.
Well, we have Elon Musk, and he's very much into anime and stuff like that, so we
Okay,
might get
well,
that.
maybe we'll see some Battle Angel Alita or something, or
That would be dope. That would be
Yeah.
dope. And so, with the next month coming up, since every month has a disaster going on, what do you think is going to happen in September? What's your bet?
Jeez, man.
If you're
Well, Japan,
wagering, what would be your bet?
well, Japan just like made their Gundam, so maybe it's
Oh yeah, they are working on a Gundam.
they're working on a Gundam. Just hopefully they don't put some AI system into it and it starts getting self-aware and
Well, then there would be a then we'd have a giant Gundam. I wouldn't be mad if I got taken out by a giant Gundam. That's
sure.
actually one of my dreams to be taken out by a giant Gundam. That's going on a good way.
Who knows? Maybe they're preparing for a giant kaiju to pop out.
That would be a wild turn. We had giant kaiju's this whole time.
Yeah,
That'd
you know,
be, huh? Maybe they know something we don't know.
maybe we're too busy fighting each other that like they're just trying to prepare for the future.
I think, and maybe September, we're just gonna start the World War III. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna lead to that. Yeah, there was that thing going on. What else is happening in the news lately? Yeah, the news has just been all really bad so far. We need to
Yeah.
bring back the good news.
The news every day don't. Just take in little spurts because it's very depressing. Depression rates are high, anxiety rates are high during this time.
Yes, it is. It is
And
very
so
high. Yeah, it's real crazy. Speaking of like all the stuff that's happening, I went to the protest that was going on, that big one in Hollywood.
okay.
Surprisingly enough, I did not get sick.
You know what?
Surprisingly enough.
There's like a million things you can add to how people are getting sick. You know, you can't just blame everything on that protest. It's not.
I
It's
wasn't necessarily blaming it. I was saying I'm around like 1,000 people, and I
no.
did not get
I'm
it.
just
Yeah,
saying for those who are blaming that to be like the root of the spikes. It's you have to throw in so much like
yeah,
other variables. You know, like we live in a very condensed city. Uh, you know, when you drive out of the LA areas and everything, like you go towards Oceanside or like
true.
San Diego, it's not so compressed like LA is. You know, like because it's a metropolitan area, you can walk around and there's shops next to each other. So you know, you're gonna have to expect a lot of like a lot of the how would I
Just
say decontaminated to be locked into this small bubble versus
yeah,
somebody versus an open space. You probably won't have like a huge outbreak like we are in the LA County.
that is very much true. Yeah, it was just like I was just like memorized that it was like thousands of people out there. Most of us wearing masks. Some people weren't. Some people were
Yep.
sharing joints and water,
Okay.
which they deserve to die for sharing joints and water. You shouldn't be joining. You shouldn't be sharing that during a pandemic. It was like that's saying you're gonna die if that person has that and you just shared a joint with them. You're dead. It's over. Yeah, but they
Yeah.
were very nice up there. They were handing you water and food.
Yeah.
So yeah, that went great.
Yeah.
Um, so have you been when the riot started? How were you affected by that?
Um, I was still at work when the riots were happening. We were actually close to a lot of the riots and the looting and the protest. So I mean, they did the lockdown. It became a ghost town. So you know, cars were getting broken into from I think the first day, but it kind of thinned out quick because they kind of handled it right afterwards with the lockdown and everything.
So
So
you
you
were
know,
safe. Nothing happened to you during that time.
yeah, nothing happened to us. You know,
That's
we
good to
all
hear.
just stayed inside. Yeah, yeah. So
Very good to hear.
yeah. How
You
about you?
yeah. The way it affected me is I just stayed inside because they didn't really come over to where I was. And then
Yeah,
when they started coming over here, with protests and stuff. I just helped the community board up.
Well, the protest wasn't the problem. It's the looters and rioters.
Yeah,
Those are
the
two separate things. And
the the protests were going on, and then the looters would come with them and kind of
yeah, the
mingle with them.
looters basically took it upon themselves to get some free shit during this.
So when the protesters came over to my area, I made sure that the people were boarded up. So if the looters came with them,
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
weren't sure,
yeah. That's true.
so we just had to prepare for the worst. And we were lucky enough that nothing happened. Very lucky that nothing happened. Like it was pretty quiet actually, surprisingly enough. Yeah, it was very quiet. It's really weird because your face is like right there, and the camera's right there. So I'm keep looking down at your face, and the camera's right there. I'm like, wait, where am I supposed to be looking? Yeah, because I have like a computer, and so like half of the screen is you, and half the
Mm.
other screen is me, and then up top is a camera. So I look at you, and I'm like, wait, he's actually looking at the camera. So I look at the camera, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to be rude. Let me look at his face. And that's why I keep going up and down, doing all that jazz. Let's see. Have you discovered any new music while being at home so much and during this pandemic?
Um, I've been listening to a lot more EDM actually. You know, like I used
Oh,
to go to a lot of concerts before COVID and all, but there's this artist I've been listening to, Gareth Emery. He's been producing each track to like on a personal level. So some of his tracks actually relate to like the stuff he's seeing that's happening in the world, like the police brutality. That's one of the tracks. He based it off of that. He based it off of everything shutting down, and yeah, his newest album is called The Lasers. I definitely think everyone should check it out if they
yeah.
want to look for some new thing to listen to.
Yeah, during the pandemic, I got really into Machine Gun Kelly for some reason.
Okay,
Yeah, and I've been listening to his stuff.
did he changed genres?
He's like he's all over the board with genres. He's a
Okay.
rapper, and he also does pop punk, and he does like emo music all
Mm,
together. He always switches up.
okay.
There was that's how I got into him because I heard like him doing like an emo song, and I was like, what? I thought he was a rapper, and then I heard that one. I was like, oh, I can really vibe to this. And then I started listening to more of his music, and I was like, oh, he does features with like everyone, like all the classics. Like he has a one with DMX, then he has one with Tech Nine. I'm like, where did this kid come from?
Shit, I've not heard DMX in a while. I'm gonna probably have to check that out.
Yeah, he did like two songs with them. DMX has a track called "I Don't Dance," and it
Okay.
features him. And then he has a track called "Demons," and it features DMX. And yeah, he's a really good artist. He to talk about depression and his struggles, which in COVID you see his point of perspective. Like, oh yeah, everybody gets depressed. It's bad
Yeah.
out there. Have you been doing any new routines because of COVID, other than just wearing a face mask?
Um, man, it's tough. Like I'm really having. It's like in the beginning I was like okay with it, and then slowly with January, like July and August. I guess this is the month where I'm having the most toughest time adapting because it's like my real summer. It's like there's Anime Expo that got canceled. There's
Very true.
San Diego Comic Con. It's like the best time for me. This is the best time to be alive and to you know hang out at the cons and go to bonfires and even though people are still doing that, it's just kind of like I've been wired to the back of my head that like shit, I shouldn't be out where the huge mass uh gatherings are. So I want to go out, but you know there's something in the back of my head that's telling me just don't go. So
Yeah, it's glad that they canceled Anime Expo. That's like thousands of
well, yeah,
people,
because
and you're
that's
right
literally
next to
like
each other.
line con, everyone bumping into everybody. So you know,
Yeah, that'd be horrible if they let that go.
yeah.
They
But you know, at least the badges got rolled over to next year. So I purchased a badge, and it's just gonna
oh,
get rolled over to next year.
if they can do it next year, 'cause I don't think this
Yeah,
virus is going away anytime soon.
it's not. You know, even with the vaccine, everyone says the vaccine is gonna be the problem solver. It's like we live in such a capitalistic country that it's gonna come as a price. You know.
It is, and we this may not be a problem we fix because we still haven't fixed other problems that other viruses that have been around since like the 1700s,
Yeah.
like TB. We still never got rid of TB. Tuberculosis, that's still a thing. Like I was
Yeah.
just watching a commercial and it had TB on it. I was like, what? That was from like the 1700s. Why haven't we got rid of that? Like that's a real problem. And tuberculosis is also like the cause of a lot of lore. Like that's how vampires got started, and a bunch of other
Yeah.
lore creatures because of tuberculosis. And it's just odd to see that still around and killing people. It's very weird. And somehow he thinks we're gonna knock this virus out, like soon. I don't know his logic.
You know, in all honesty, it's I get why the country is running the way it is because the guys are thinking money over, you know, because you know if you watch the testimonies of the doctors, if you listen, if we left it all in charge to the doctors, the frontliners, they would literally say, "You need to close this down. You need to close this down. We need
Yeah,
to tackle this." But you know, everyone wants to think money first, you know, and then you know, well, if there's not enough people alive to work, then you know,
this is true.
it's it's
So
you know, yeah.
before we cut out, because it's been like 20 minutes, and that was like before I put the timer on. What's your
Okay.
best experience at a con?
What's my what?
Your best experience at a con?
Best experience. Let's see. There's so many.
Like the one that when somebody says, "Oh, you should go to cons because I had this experience."
Ah. Um.
The one that you tell everybody as like your highlight.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say borderline between WonderCon and San Diego Comic Con. Um. Just because people automatically think San Diego Comic Con, you need a badge to enjoy the con scene, but that whole city literally closes down the whole walkaway street, and
Oh yeah,
cosplayers are all just yeah. So it's you can literally ghost a con and still have a blast with your friends in costume. Then people will still take your pictures, still interact with kids, and then when the con's done, you know, it's cool. The city lights come on, and you guys can grab something to eat together. The bartenders are wearing costumes, and
oh that's
you know,
interesting.
I would say it's a very festive thing, and you know, WonderCon's cool, but there's not really any after parties. It's just great to see your friends at a con like any other cons. But I would say San Diego Comic Con, go with the right group. You know,
Okay,
even if you don't have a badge, or go with someone that has maybe a badge and do your separate thing and then meet up together, you know? Because there's a lot of people coming from everywhere to San Diego Comic Con. So you'll meet some really dope people, you know.
yeah. Do you get to meet a lot of celebrities while you're out at the separate event while the event is going on?
Dude,
Because
it's
you said there's Comic Con going on, then there's a whole separate event of the nightlife.
yeah. Dude, you never know who you might run into because I think one of the cosplayers and friends I was hanging out with last year, like while we left, he walked into the Marriott bar hotel and Henry Cavill was just sitting there having a drink.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then on the first night, I think, or second night of San Diego Comic Con of last year, we were just getting out of a bar after eating and having a few drinks. We walked past the Hard Rock Hotel, and some of the agents of Shield were just walking out of the entrance. There were a lot of paparazzis, but it was cool to see them just walk out
Yeah.
of their after party. And what was her name? Natalie Portman was there too. She was there to promote Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, sweet.
So there's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's supposed to
celebrity
come out.
sightings. It's just if you have good eyes, because it's hard to kind of catch them within the
Yeah.
crowd sometimes too.
So, San Diego Comic Con, generally your best experience.
Yeah, best experience, hands down.
Okay, I'd have to go with LA Comic Con
Okay.
because what year was that? I forget what year it was. I think it was 18,
Okay.
where I had met a bunch of Spideys, and they were new to the Spider-Man cosplay community. And I showed them, and there was like 3 of them, and I showed them the way. And then we got the royal treatment because we went inside, and then the people who worked at the con noticed us and started giving us the royal treatment, and they put us like in the VIP lounge for free, and we started being able to like drink drinks, play
that's
video
cool.
games and everything.
Yeah.
And we were celebrities. Like we would
Nice.
always get our pictures taken, and I just felt that was awesome.
Sweet.
All right, so
Yeah.
it was nice speaking with you.
Yeah, it was a good
It was good catching up.
just good little break from life, I guess, to do this little podcast. So yeah, man,
All
thanks for
right.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for catching up. See ya. Have a good day.
Yeah.